Hey, Matt Laird again with Market Mindset Podcast. Today we have Katerina Rothman. She's with Rothman AI. They're out of Denver, Colorado, and AI is here. And whether you're a real estate agent, real estate broker owner, real estate team leader, real estate investor, real estate wholesaler, we have to embrace AI. And I've been very hesitant to do it just because I was a little fearful of what I didn't know. Katerina breaks it down. She talks to us about the role AI can play in our business and how it can make us more profitable. As real estate professionals, we want more transactions, we want more listings, we want more revenue. And she breaks it down in basic terms of how we can do that. Really, it starts with marketing, then communication, then analytics is how she explained it to me. I encourage you to reach out to her through their website, Rothman.ai, and just hyper intelligent lady. Her team that she's put together seems just on point. So again, let's welcome Katerina Rothman of Rothman.ai out of Denver, Colorado.
Hey there, guys. It's a real pleasure for me to have Katerina Rothman. She's a co-founder of Rothman Consulting, Rothman.ai. She's here to talk to us, the real estate professionals, about how we can use AI and build out our business and the benefits of using AI in our real estate practice. Katerina, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join us. Let her rip, because I'm going to be probably listening more than I'm talking, because this is such a fascinating subject for me, and yet it's a little bit scary because I don't know a lot about it. So thank you for joining. I'm going to be one of the main beneficiaries. So take it away.
Thank you so much, Matt. Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here and to share my knowledge to benefit you and everybody who's listening or watching us today.
Thank you. So, real estate professionals, what do we do? How do we take advantage of it? Talk to me.
Well, look, first of all, let's start with just the framing what's happening today, and what you just said, that it can be scary. It's still an unknown territory for majority of us, even those of us who are primarily involved in this business. And I'll tell you why. So as of today, couple of stats, right? As of today, about half of the world are exploring and playing with AI, whether it's personally and professionally. If we're speaking about businesses, all industries covered, like let's say it's about 250 million businesses overall, which is impressive, right?
Right.
It's been already, we have enough stats to show that with the power of AI, you can grow significantly your business, your operations, your productivity, and they're estimating it at about like 37% growth, like with the snap of your fingers.
Wow.
After implementation, right? But here's the shocking statistic. There is only about 2% of all of those people who are exploring, and all of those businesses who are exploring AI, they're actually implementing it in their day-to-day life. So everyone who is concerned, I just want to give a peace of mind. It is okay. We're at the very beginning of implementing the whole scope of the possibilities that are available to us today. At the same time, I also need to give a disclaimer that AI actually has been here for many, many years. I don't know, one of the easiest examples that probably a lot of us heard of, when you're watching your Netflix, right? And you're getting recommendations of what to watch. This is AI in the back end of it working its magic. It's figuring out your preferences. When you're shopping on any of the platforms, huge platforms such as Amazon, same thing. When you're looking at one thing, why don't you look at all the other things, right? So the AI technology has been here for a long, long time. However, it's just been the last couple of years since it started becoming more available with its magic. I call it magic.
I love it.
I mean, artificial intelligence, it's I don't know, it's like back in the day, the GPS.
Right.
that we had in our car, and now we have it in our phones. Like, you no longer need to follow the directions or print out 20 pages of your map directions to get from
Right.
one place to another. Like, it's magic. It's amazing. However, I do understand that it still feels scary because it's an unknown territory. And I feel like it's fair to say that AI is not gonna replace humans. It's not gonna replace jobs. Of course, some of them are gonna be more redundant, and they can be easily performed with the technology. But you still need to have a human in the loop that checks the results of AI, that puts a different type of thought process, puts those little breaks in this. It's a synergy, right?
Okay.
Between the technology. So I hope with those couple pieces of peace of mind, we can continue our conversation and put the fears behind us.
I love that, because honestly, I go to fear, unfortunately, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to be replaced? Are my clients going to use AI to find, replacement properties for their 1031 exchange? Are people marketing using AI, and I'm behind the curve a little bit? It's intimidating. So as real estate professionals, whether you're a real estate agent, real estate broker owner, team leader, wholesaler, investor, how do we get started? How do we take advantage of AI and implement it into our real estate practice?
Matt, before coming to your podcast today, I did talk to a couple of actually more than a couple of real estate agents, just to get the feel of their perspective, right? And I have to say that I still believe, especially like they just confirmed what I was thinking. When we're talking about real estate, it's not buying a toothbrush, right? It's a much more significant purchase, and for some, you'll tell me, I would think for the majority of people who are, let's say, buying their house, that's a very significant purchase in their lifetime. And I do believe that specifically in your guys' industry, it is essential and crucial to have the human touch, human involvement. If it would have been so easy to go on a platform and like the property, click a button and have the keys delivered, I think we would have been there a while ago, right?
Okay.
So there is, I think it's an essential piece of human involvement. But at the same time, speaking of AI, it can honestly simplify a lot of things that is happening on day-to-day basis. It can help automate certain things, so things are working for you while you're making those human connections, while you're developing those relationships. And if I may, I'll put a little how should I call it? Maybe a separation of the terms.
Please.
Where we're talking about automations and AIing of certain processes. Again, if we're speaking about AI has been here for a while, and automation has been here for much longer. When we're speaking about automation, those are, in simple language, like those are the processes that we include in our workforce, in our work operations, that are automized and they're performing. They're usually condition based, and I don't know, if A happens, B needs to follow. Right. Where AI is, it has this intelligent element where it can still do automation, but with the inclusion of some intelligence. So it can help you make decisions along the way, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah.
And if in the grand scheme of things, do you care whether it's automation that helps you or AI helps you? You want to get things done, correct?
Right.
You want those emails to be answered. You want those phone calls not to be missed. You want those I don't know, little messages on little messages. Sometimes there are big messages, long messages on your social media to be responded. And today's customer across any industry, and I can tell you as a professional that's coming from the e-commerce world, funny enough, I actually was a co-founder of a real estate agency back in Russia. No political affiliations, please. It was 2010, I think, when we opened it up with a friend of mine. So I do have some experience there. However, I always say real estate back in the day in Russia is complete. It's an interesting show where rules are not really followed, and things can happen behind your back.
Yeah.
So anyhow, in my experience, I've been dealing with different industries, and customer is very, very spoiled today, especially in 2024. Everybody expects a very fast response, no matter how they contact you. They don't care if it could be 2 a.m. In your time zone. They see your listing and they want to know all about it. They want to know if they can go and see it tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Well, hello, I'm sleeping at 2 a.m. So potentially I can meet you at 8. So this is the part where all this cutting edge technology can truly help.
Yeah, I love that. I mean, and I sort of go selfishly right away. I want to reach as many people as I can. I want them to come into my website, to my platform, and I want AI to pre-qualify everyone. I want them to weed out the bad clients versus the good clients. I want to use it to communicate. I want to work less, make more, right? I want to expand my market. Whatever I need. That's a fantastic
goal, right?
Yeah, I know.
Oh, I totally.
I know it's not going to show a house or an investment property. It's not going to be able to analyze a pro forma or an operating memorandum. I don't think. I want to be able to have that human touch. I just look at it as, how can I get more people into my door to do more business with me? So
sounds great, and you're not the only one.
Okay,
you're not the only one. So let's dive into it. Let's touch base just exactly on the things that you mentioned first, which is lead generation and customer segmentation. Right. Once it happens, when it's AI powered, the bots, the robots behind the processes can make everything easier for you. I think for the sake of our listeners today, I'm not going to go specifically for the names of particular apps that I can recommend for this or the other for this or the other area that we're going to touch base. But probably I can give you those names after, so we just add those for your listeners and for everyone who's going to be listening to this podcast, so they have something more specific and something more tangible to go and explore on their own. However, at Rothman Consulting, we specialize in strategy and looking at your business and diving into the minutia, and basically laying out the workflow where we can go and help you implement certain tools that's gonna help you. Going back.
Yeah, that sounds great to me, because in broad strokes, I'd love for you to explain it, how it can benefit me, the real estate professional, other real estate professionals. And then if they're curious, they're interested, I'll drive them your way so that you can send them to your landing page. They can sort of type out what they're looking for, and you can use AI, hopefully, to discern who your best customers are. This is about generating business for you and you sharing your information with us. So at least for me, I feel a little more comfortable. I mean,
there you go.
Yeah. So we'll just drive them your way.
That's fantastic. And that's the goal. That's the goal for me today, to be beneficial to all of you guys, to give you the comfort that the technology is out there and it's there to support you. It's not there to replace you. It's honestly to make your life easier. daily basis.
Good.
So going back to predictive analytics, right? What is AI is able to do today? They can analyze historical data. They can analyze the market. They can analyze the behavior of your customers, and they can give you an understanding of what is likely to be happen. I know in real estate world, they're like, you guys operate on such a different levels, right? Someone has a huge support team. Some are a one man, one woman show. And again, as a business owner myself, I do feel your pain. There is like so much on your list that needs to be done. There's so many hats you're wearing throughout the day. It's exhausting. So when we're speaking about the predictive analytics, you can, and sorry, I started saying about that just because I know that there are some companies that already have that installed. They already have AI installed into their CRM systems. But I, again, want to assure you that you can do it yourself with the current technology, and do not depend on big names that might lure you for the sake of, by providing you with all the current tech.
Good.
So right, so you can basically get analytics of your customer base, and AI is going to tell you, hey, here's a list of like 40 people that are most likely to sell this year. Are they going to sell? Are they not going to sell? We're actually not going to know until you're going to go and reach out to them. But out of your thousands list of customers, assuming that you haven't just started the business, right, and you've been in the industry for a while, are you actually have the capacity to go over those thousands of people and pick up the phone and reach out to them? I mean, I don't know. That could be your whole weekend, several weekends in a row, and you need to leave, and you need to live your life, right? So going back again so AI can give you those predictions, and it's much easier for you to follow up. And even if they haven't thought about it, maybe you're going to be the one who gets them to the place where they start thinking about selling their property, or start thinking about looking into new property. Or that's going to be another way for you to contact and start a conversation. And maybe they're in a place in their life when they're ready to invest. But because those analytics are more precise, like AI in general gives you more insight, more than the human can do. There are a lot of data analysts today that whose lives just became easier because there is less brain power that needs to be involved in their day-to-day life, right?
Right.
So that's one of the ways AI can help you. Speaking of reach out, I think the next logical thing is continue talking about your CRM, your customer relationship management systems, right? That currently are the ones that we use in our business. They are powered internally with AI, where you have AI voice calls, where you have AI messaging, right? It's honestly, guys, it's cents on a penny, which doesn't make sense, right? It's cents on a dollar, but it's just like, it's so cheap to send out those messages. It's not like back in the day where, like, oh, like that's gonna eat up my data, or that's gonna be eating up, like that's another expense. I'll tell you, for maybe $10, you can send 5,000 messages. That's something doable, right? That's something, I mean, that's your Starbucks coffee.
Right. Oh, no, 100%. 100%.
And once you have this tech, once you spend time once on setting up, so that would be an automation, right? With the AI technology. Yes, I did get a feedback from a couple of agents saying that, oh my goodness, like I'm fed up with those robotic calls. There is also differentiation between those robotic calls that are not listening to you, and there is high tech that is very, very intuitive and that can have a conversation on your behalf, right? Or at least, again, bring that lead from cold to a warmer place where, again, as a human, you go in and you seal the deal or seal that connection, right? Speaking again, you mentioned like, oh, like I want to understand who's my good client, who's my bad client. Lead scoring. I know a lot of times these days on the website, a real estate agent would have like a very standard set of questions. What are you looking for? Are you looking to buy, to sell, or to invest? Are you looking to what is your timeline on that? Like if you have a specific area, if you have specific. So again, this is the part that can be automized even further, and it can be more predictive depending on the answer rather than a very standard robotic automation that follows just one path, if it makes sense.
So I'm gonna pause just a second here because I want to make it. I'm gonna be a little selfish. I want to make it relatable to me. My client I've got two businesses. I'm a real estate agent professional that I work with investors selling an investment property and purchasing another property through a 1031 exchange. I know that the average age is 65. They've owned the home for, on average, 17.4 years. They don't have any. I mean, I know who my ideal client is here.
I love it. This is music to my ears. Having the data and knowing your client. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then on the other side of my business, I've got a sort of a coaching consulting platform that works with real estate agents across the United States. And I mean, there's 2 million real estate agents. And I want to find the ones who want to add a 1031 exchange platform to their business. So I've got two. For the agents that are on the residential side, they come to you and they say, this is my ideal client. They've lived here for 10.8 years. They've got 3 kids. Their ages are this. Do we as agents, real estate professionals, give you the information, say this is our ideal client, and do you help AI go out and find these for us? Do you cast a big net? Are we only fishing for certain types? Tell me.
So, fair enough, Matt. I think there needs to be a separation of what you just discussed. It's two different processes, right? It's the lead generation. It's the part where like what you do and how you get that clients in. And honestly, I can speak another hour on how to do your lead generation and how to do it cost effective, or how to have a zero cost lead generation that most of us as business owners want to have. It does involve some work. It does involve a lot of human touch. But I mean, just like in everything, sometimes you need to pay and outsource your work. Sometimes you need to go and do it yourself. But the other part that you were talking is, yes, you can set up those parameters for AI, and it's gonna pre-score it. It's going to basically tell you which one of those leads that are coming to your website and clicking around and clicking on things are more likely to engage. And again, some of this technology has been here for a while. I'm sure most of us know once you click on something on Facebook, once you click something on the internet, all of a sudden your Facebook feed is full of that product or similar products, right? And I'm not so tacky enough to tell you whether that was AI back in the day, or that was like the Facebook pixels catching up this information and throwing it. I mean, Meta have been doing a great job on fulfilling our feed, our mental feed.
Yes.
First of all, with all of this information. But yes, again, answering your question, you can set the parameters. What are you interested in? Yes, you're probably not interested in working with those who have $100,000 to invest today, but if they have $1 million, all right, I can talk to you. Maybe your parameters are 5 million, maybe it's more. This is something that honestly saves you time on having those conversations. And there is nothing wrong with saying no to the clients who are not your clients, right? But you save yourself time and they move on. They know that you're not going to be interested working with them, right? The same thing as I'm sure most of us heard about chatbots. Those are the robots that are installed on your website. They can actually be installed in your social media as well, that respond for you, that communicate for you. And this is the part where we're talking about those things can work for you while you sleep. And the customer gets the feeling that it's not like, oh, thank you, we got your message, we're going to be back with you
Right.
in X number of hours. They're going to have the conversation with them. You're going to have the client being more engaged with you, and they're going to, after that, there will be more okay to wait a couple more hours for you to rise and shine and follow up on that lead. That again, it can be already pre-qualified, and then you wake up and you see, what is that I want to get done.
Right.
Let me throw a couple, just one more thing. Speaking of communication, AI writing assistant. I'm sure. Let me not be too sure about
No,
it,
you're
because I
good.
don't know.
We got about 8 minutes left.
Okay, so who's today playing with large language models such as ChatGPT or Claude or Copilot or Gemini? There are plenty to choose from, but those things can be installed into your inbox, into your email, and they can help you write emails. I mean, a lot of times for the best customer service, we have to, you need to sound professional. You need to be at a certain level. If you have developed a good relationship with your client, yes, of course, you can drop a little, yeah, see you then, or I'll be there. But people expect a little bit different, especially if they're willing to work with you on larger sums of money. By click of a button, you can pre-write. Let's say, first of all, you can pre-write and saying like, yeah, I'll see you there tomorrow, and click a button, and it's gonna write a full-on email for you in a proper language. Or it can actually draft the email based on what was the request in the initial email that came to you. And then again, as a human in the loop, you go back at the end of the day and you verify what AI said. This is exactly where I started with, right? It's gonna be a long while before we'll be able to get the human out of the loop. For now, we're still very valuable with our understandings and, with everything that we do.
Right. So again, going back, if let's say a high producing residential agent comes to you and says, I need to implement AI. This is my market. I want to serve all of Denver, Colorado, and I want high, second time buyers, third time buyers. They give you the data. And I mean, you sort of have a funnel, you have a landing page that brings people in through your landing page, and using AI. Can you weed out good potential clients from ones that don't fit your target market?
100%.
Okay.
This is why I mentioned, like, it's important to start with the strategy, right? What is that exactly what you want? What is that you want and need, right? Yeah. Having an end in mind first, yes, where you want to get, and then just understand what is your current technology that you're using, what can be implemented, and lay out the whole workflow of how it's going to start working for yourself. Matt, you mentioned that the other parts of your business where you work with investors. Yeah. And this is, in my opinion, this is one of the great things of AI. And speaking again about the insights, AI is able to, I'm not even talking about like the whole dynamic pricing and setting it up for you depending on what the market tells you, right? Depending on the properties around you. It can give you a good market analysis and appreciation rate in the area, in this particular area, or for this particular property over the years. And that's going to make your life much easier because you don't need to run those numbers anymore. That can be done again with a click of a button. And I think that's just a huge time saver, as well as there is going to be less of a human mistake.
Right. So property
It,
analysis, current market analysis, pricing, potential price increases, investment returns, etc. I do that manually. Again, I look at, my clients are selling multifamily apartments and they're buying a single tenant triple net lease 7-Eleven building in Phoenix, Arizona.
okay.
And I still want to have that hands-on approach. What I'd like to do for me personally, and I know maybe other people, residential agents, they say list to last. I want to get as many potential listing clients coming my way that want to sell their home. I want to find people that want to sell apartment units and transition over to something else. If I called your office and gave you these parameters for my business or a residential agent, and you help them do that?
100%. And
Okay.
honestly, I would start with the messaging, with your messaging first, and make you unique in your area. Find those ways. So my partner in Rothman Consulting is a marketing strategies coming from the old school and working with global brands across the world. We're started talking about like Nike, Adidas, McDonald's.
Wow.
So
Okay.
he's a spot on professional, and he's great at getting that message out there and forming it for you, right? And then here again, we can touch base on the AI on how you get that message out, how you utilize your social media. I don't know about you, Vad, but if I open social media, that is why I try not to open it at all. Like it's easily like 40 minutes to hour and a half gone.
Yep.
Right? It needs to be like a very, very strong discipline not to be sucked into that. But then again, if this is your place of letting people know about you, letting them, what are you looking for, what are you there to offer, that's a huge chunk of your time, because you need to post consistently. You need to make those algorithms understand that you're bringing the value.
Yeah.
This is where AI can come in and help you create all the media, right? It's AI enhanced social media and ad campaigns, if this is something that you want to look at.
I love that idea.
And once you can create a listing for your flyer that's going to be at the property, but then with a click of a button, you can make it in a format for ads. You can make it in a format for Facebook posts, for TikTok, for Instagram, whatever, for LinkedIn, which is, I'm not sure whether real estate agents are finding their customers on LinkedIn or not, but that's a great professional platform too.
Right. So I could use AI for my marketing on social media. I have to give them who my ideal client is, or give maybe some input. And I would love to hand off social media to.
Oh, right.
So we're coming up on the end of this. If an agent were to talk to you and discuss their business, and we want more listings, we want to have more properties under our care, listed with us, would you say use AI for the marketing side? Would you use it for follow-up? Would you use it for lead generation? When they walk in the door, what's the first thing you would tell a residential agent that's new to AI? What would you recommend them to do, and how to take advantage of AI in their business?
I think marketing is the easiest place to start implementing it, because it's just very straightforward. From there, I would definitely go to customer service. AI is just great at that. And from that, I would move on into further insights, into further analytics, so you understand how does it look like, right? And in today's market, that is still not feeling too great. It's important to go after those leads that are most likely will convert.
Right. So number one, you'd say, hey, use it for marketing. Cast a wider net of your ideal demographic. 2, use it to communicate with these people that come in through your front door, to maybe screen and vet them. And then 3, use it to go and analyze data and further refine.
Yeah.
And that
That
would
was
be a great first place for an agent who's new to the business, new to AI. That would be the best place for them to start with you. We're going to have to wrap this up here. I know there's a lot more to talk about. How do people get a hold of you, Katerina? Because I know 5 people that I've spoke with in the last 10 days that need someone like you. How do we get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can. Funny enough, our website is still in the constructions because it's the
That's
shoemaker
okay.
without the shoes. You can find us at Rothman.ai. Shoot us a note there, and we'll reach out back,
I love it.
and we'll have a conversation.
Perfect. I will put that in, at the end once we finish here. Katerina, thank you for taking the time. We are definitely come back and revisit this and take it to the next level, maybe in a month or 2. You've been so gracious with your time. Hey, everyone out there, get a hold of Rothman.ai. They're located in Colorado. Amazing. Thank you so much for taking time out of your
Thank you so much.